Wellington Umo Bassey was born in 1918 in the southern region of Nigeria and was no ordinary soldier. He belonged to a generation of non-commissioned officer (NCOs) who laid the groundwork for the Nigerian military during the twilight of the British colonial rule. Out of 7 siblings, Wellington stood out, not for his brilliance in war, but for being the first commissioned Nigerian officer in the army, ahead of the better-known names like Johnson Aguiyi Ironsi and Samuel Ademulegun. He was commissioned 2 months before Ironsi, and as Robin Lockham records in the Nigerian military, Bassey's commission was backdated to 1946. In military terms, that made him the most senior Nigerian officer when the British were preparing to hand over the reins of command. By that logic, he should have become Nigeria's first indigenous head of the army. So the question is, why didn't he? Those who know Brigadier Wellington Bassey describe him as a loyal, God-fearing officer with no taste for politics or backroom battles. He had one flaw in the ambitious world of post-colonial military leadership: he lacked hunger. While younger officers like Ironsi and Ademulegun were leaping at every opportunity, going abroad for advanced military training, networking with foreign officers, Bassey was content serving quietly in Nigeria. Even his educational background became a point of contention in a post-colonial military climate increasingly shaped by perception, political affiliation, and the evolving demands of modern warfare. Bassey was often seen as too traditional, too old school to effectively command a modern brigade, let alone a division. General Alexander Madiebo and Major General Njoku both recall in their writings that Bassey, despite his seniority, was never viewed as a battlefield commander. On the day Ironsi was appointed head of the Nigerian army, Bassey was serving in a role typically reserved for a captain. But it wasn't just about merit or the lack thereof. Many believe that Bassey's slow promotion was not coincidental. A native of Calabar, he was linked, perhaps unfairly, to Dr. Eyoita, the political rival of Nnamdi Azikiwe Zik, during the Eastern Region power struggle in the 1950s. After Azikiwe and his NCNC allies consolidated power, Bassey, viewed as an Eyoita man, became politically inconvenient. In a chilling reflection of how tribalism and ethnic bias shaped institutions, Bassey's career stalled. Zik and his NCNC coalition allies in the NPC government allegedly favored Ironsi, despite both men being from the Eastern region. Ironsi had the right affiliation, a sharper image, and a more military charisma. The British, preparing to exit, deferred to the government preference, and so Wellington Bassey, the rightful heir to the top job, was sidelined. In January 1966, Nigeria was rocked by its first military coup. According to Lockham, Wellington Umo Bassey was marked for assassination but narrowly escaped, while Ironsi emerged as head of state and later met a tragic end in the July counter-coup. Bassey remained a footnote, alive but eclipsed. He quietly continued serving, eventually retiring in 1975 under Gowon's regime with the rank of brigadier, never rising above the position he should have far outgrown. Sadly, he died in 1995 at age 77. Bassey's story is not just one of missed opportunities, but of institutional betrayal. Despite being Nigeria's first commissioned officer, NA1 and WA1, his name is rarely mentioned in the same breath as Ironsi, Ojukwu, or even Buhari. To many Nigerians today, Brigadier Wellington Umo Bassey is a ghost in the nation's military narrative. Yet he is a symbol of how ambition, education, tribal politics, and historical tides can shape, elevate, or even erase the most deserving individuals. Thank you for watching. My name is Odi Godwin Agbaka, and this is Everything Sociology 24. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more engaging contents.